Hey everybody, Jade Shank coming at you with Brahma Lending for our business tip of the week. Last week, Charles did a great job on talking to you a little bit about your cash flow and how much that makes a difference in lenders and banks looking at your business to help you with equipment financing. This week, I want to talk to you a little bit about what I talked to you about in episode one, and that's improving your credit and getting you in the right position to go and get financing. So, I want to talk to you about the 5 C's of basically credit, the 5 C's that lenders and banks look at, and that Brahma Lending looks at when we're looking at doing a piece of equipment to finance, or we're looking at leasing you a piece of equipment. The first thing is capacity. That's the first C. So we want to look at your cash flow, like Charles talked about last week. We want to make sure you have the capacity to be able to pay the monthly note on that piece of equipment. We want to make sure there's some security there. If you're a startup, obviously we're going to look at other trends that help us decide that, like your personal history and your payment history and things like that, just to make sure that you're a responsible person. Obviously, we want to make sure that you can pay for that piece of equipment. The second C is capital. So we want to see that that there's been money invested from the business owner yourself in the beginning. We want to know, well, what we call it is skin in the game. We want to know that you have something at stake because we're obviously taking you on. Whether you have good credit or not so good credit, we want to see that you have skin in the game because we're obviously putting skin in the game as well. The third C is collateral. Most new businesses don't have collateral when they're starting up, but we want to look for anything that you may have as far as a title that you own, whether that be a truck or a trailer, any piece of equipment that we look at that has $10,000 of value or more. Sometimes we'll use that collateral to secure the loan and maybe help you even get better terms and rate for a new startup or for even a seasoned business, depending on what you're trying to do. The fourth C is the conditions. We're going to research your business. We're going to find out what the likelihood is of you succeeding. Maybe look at some things that may be red flags, or maybe it's in an industry like oil and gas where it's kind of up and down a lot, and there's some trends that we want to look at. So keep that in mind. The last C is character. We want to look at how you're presenting your package to us. We want to look at the overall picture. We pay attention to your story, the actual true story of your business from where it started and to where it's at. And even your story prior to starting your business, the character of really who you are is really important to Brahma Lending because we want to make sure that we're lending money to people that are going to be responsible, grow ethically, strong businesses long term, so we can create a long-term relationship with you. So those are the 5 C's that I wanted to go over with you. One last tidbit of information is as far as credit. Let's talk about this real quickly. Credit. One question I get a lot of times is how much credit should I have? Well, any credit as a new business is good credit. As long as you're paying that bill, it's good credit. But one thing I would advise is make sure you're keeping your balances around 25%. You don't want to ever get over 30%, maxing out your credit cards, whether it's your personal cards or business cards. You want to keep it at around 30% or lower because that will keep your personal credit and also your business credit looking more stable to be able to get a loan, and it also keeps your credit higher with those balances a little bit lower. So we talked about the 5 C's. We talked a little bit about keeping your credit at a certain percentage. If you do all those things starting your business and even use these tips as a seasoned business, you can't really fail. These are great tips to help you succeed in your business. We want to help you here at Brahma Lending. We're in the business of getting money for your business and helping you create a long-term ethical business like I mentioned before. And we look forward to helping you in the future with anything that you may have. Let us know if you have any questions. You can reach us at brahmalending.com or reach out to us at 208-650-7033. Make it a great week, and we'll be back next week with our next business tip of the week.